Hey everybody, it's Nicole. Welcome back for another process video. This is probably my last video using the May hip kits. And this has just a lot of little bits and pieces, truthfully, that I had laying around my craft room from the kits. And this here is a die cut that I had. I think I cut it like 2 months ago, and I like it. It's nice, the nice big story, and I thought it would be kind of good for this little tiny photo I have of my daughter at dance. And I know it's black and it's kind of like really bold, but I wanted to kind of balance out the softer colors in the kit. So this gray floral pattern from Pink Paisley, I really love that paper, but I kind of just wanted to make the title pop a lot. So I thought I'll use it. What the heck? What can you do, right? So I might as well try it out. In hindsight, I probably should have just used white on white, would have been really pretty, but I'm okay with it. It's only one page, right? So I'm just kind of tracing out the actual inside of the letters here, and I'm going to erase the lines a little bit. And then I have intentions to fill in the word story with different patterns. And I thought I would use these Dear Lizzie washi tape. So I'm going to give that a bit of a try. You'll see how that turns out. But for right now, I kind of actually, for a change, planned a little bit of this page ahead of time. I even typed journaling, which if you know me at all, you'll know that I don't type. Well, if I do journaling, it's usually typed, but either on my computer or my typewriter. But I don't really journal very much, so that in itself was a huge feat. But I feel like this picture I have of my daughter, it's kind of just like an extra one I had lying around. And I really like it. I didn't want to like toss it out or get rid of it, but yeah, you can see here I'm going to add that washi tape. I wanted to add it into the empty space, but I soon quickly realized that because there's only one of each pattern, one strip of each pattern in the package there, it's not going to give me enough room to fill in the title. So I just went to my old basic and used different pieces of pattern paper in the kit, and I'm just alternating up the pattern in the color. But anyways, back to this page. So while that happens there, I typed up some journaling, and I have this old photo, not old photo, but I guess it's from a year and a half ago, about my daughter at dance, and she really loves dance, and it's kind of weird when you have two boys and then you have a girl, just the differences between the two of them, the two sexes, genders, whatever. And she just has picked up on the girly stuff so easily, and not that, like without any sort of influence, I guess is the word. Our boys are they're boysy boys, they like sports and that kind of thing. And so, you'd think, oh, maybe, she'll be a tomboy or who knows, right? But she really loves everything girly. And this picture I have here, you can see that's just totally her, just in her moment at the time. So I really wanted to scrapbook it again. So I actually did some journaling for this one. And so, yeah, I planned out a lot of this page. So I'm just rubbing some gelatos. If you watched last week's video, you'll notice I did the same thing. But this time I just stuck with one color of gelato. And I have no clue what these colors are. So I'm sorry if you need to know. But it's a really pretty green color. And it really matches that green in the paper there. You can see really, really well, actually. So it's perfect. I made like a little bit of a Polaroid type frame with some cardstock behind my photo, and then I just added that wood veneer right on there. And I'm actually going to sew my journaling in place with my sewing machine. I just typed it out. I have an old typewriter I got at a garage sale probably about a month and a half ago now, and it works pretty good. I typed on some vellum from the kit, and I'm just going to actually sew it in place without any adhesive with my sewing machine, and just while I'm at that, just do a couple little bits here with some of my thread. And there you go, you can see I've done that. And of course I've popped out of my photo, so I'm just going to stick that down. I'll line it up where I think I'm going to have it. And of course I'll rip it off again later, you'll see. So this is actually a story. So I wanted to make the title more than just story. So in my head, while I'm working on this whole, just embellishing the layout a little bit more, I'm trying to think, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to add more to the title? Because that title is so huge. Nicole, what were you thinking? That kind of situation. That's really what's going on in my head. And so I'm kind of playing around with all these papers, these Project Life cards that were in the add-on, and I like a lot of them, and I really wanted to use some of them on the page. But in the back of my head, I'm concerned with how the heck am I going to add more to my title. Story kind of just was not enough for me. I wanted to have it a little bit more to it than that. So I'm just gonna keep that in my head while start working on things. I'm really not good with titles, so let me know if you're not, because it's so hard. I don't know if it's just because I'm a talky person. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that, but I'm not a open person, so it's really hard for me to pick a really cute, fun title and other than something like a 1 word or 2 words or something very basic. I have such a hard time with titles, and it's just, I don't know why, it's just so hard for me. And so something like story or happy or love, those are kind of generic, but I find I use them a lot. So please help me out. If you have any tips, I'm totally open to hearing from you and letting me know what they are, because I really could use some help in that department. Anyway, I'm adding some more. I grabbed some of these tags here from, I think these are the Dear Lizzie tags in the kit, and then I stamped a sentiment on with the Chickanity stamp, and I actually pulled the twine out of this tag. It's kind of a waxy twine, and it was almost too thick. I wanted to use I use the same old natural twine there from May Arts that I have in my stash. I actually bought a huge roll a month ago, and I was so excited. And if my friend Jody were watching, she would know how excited that makes me, because she was there when I bought it, but I buy the boatload when I get it. So the girls at the scrapbook store that is in my city think I'm probably crazy when I tell them I'll take 50 yards of that twine, and they have to stand there and cut 50 yards. And so I feel bad, but they let me buy a whole roll this time, so that was good. I'll have that for a while. Anyway, I'm just embellishing with some stamping, and I just want to add a few more bits around my photo area, and then really this page is pretty much done. For me, this is a really, really simple page, and you'll see that after the video's over, I actually end up figuring out what to do with my title, and I decide to kind of work vertically and horizontally. Does that make sense? So the word story runs up the side of the page, and then I use the thickers in the kit this time, the black ones, and just layer them over top of the black area in the on that left side of the page. So kind of turns out okay. It's not something I've ever done before. Not sure if I'll ever do it again. But it was the only solution I could think of to solve my title situation. And so I'm just using some of these October Afternoons labels, which are awesome, and just stamping with my date stamp. And then I'm just going to embellish a few little bits here and there. And that is seriously pretty much my page, which is really, really simple for me. I kind of like this one. This one, I like the simplicity. So you can see I just added some of those little hearts, the different hearts that are in the kit, into my title. And here's just a close-up of some of that gelatos on the wood veneer, and yeah, that's pretty much my page. So I hope you like it, and thanks so much for all your comments and stopping by here on my YouTube channel. If you want to check out more of my work, you can do so on my blog. There's the address, and I'll see you guys again soon. I have a whole bunch more process videos filmed. I just need to edit them. So I'll see you guys later, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.